Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to the first chapter of the basic Python tutorial. So here in this whole tutorial, we are going to learn a lot about Python. So if you're getting started with Python, this is the correct tutorial for you. Okay, because in this tutorial, we're gonna talk about in detail about all the basic things that you should know before starting to work on your Python programming language. Okay, so in the first chapter, I'll be just giving you guys an introduction to Python. As you guys can see, the name of the chapter is an introduction to Python. I'll be telling you guys how you can set up your PC, how you can download your Python program, and how to run all of this. So let's not waste much time and let's get started. So over here on my screen, as you guys can see now, this is basically the Google search engine. Okay, so from your Google search engine or any search engine, you just come here and just type python.org. Okay, and if you just click on enter, obviously you guys are going to come over here in this particular website. Otherwise, if you just come here, um, if you simply just write Python, you will have the python.org website popping up at first. Okay, so I'll just click over here, and this is the same page which we saw just before some time. Okay, so this is basically the home page of Python. Over here, a few manuals of getting started, different things are over here. You guys can check those out, but the thing, or as we do want to download and start programming into my PC, so what we gonna do over here, first thing first, go to the downloads option, click on downloads. And an interesting thing about this is that Python basically understands that what is the type of PC you're using. Like, are you using a Mac? Are you using a Windows? Are you using a Linux? So they'll understand that, and they are going to actually give you the specification for downloading that. Okay, so over here, as you guys can see, the latest version of Python right now is 3.13.2. Okay, so if you do want to download any previous version of Python, okay, so the 3 version of Python is the newest version. Okay, and before, we had Python 2. Okay, so if I just come down here, you guys can see there are different versions of Python 2. So many of you guys might say that they do have a lot of elements, or they do have a lot of libraries to work on with in Python 2. But if you think that Python 2 is the previous version, okay, and the next and the upcoming version, which will have more upgrades in the near future, is going to be Python 3. Okay, so make sure that you start using your Python 3, and if you do want to download, you guys can click on download Python 3, and automatically this will be download over here. Okay, and if you do want to open it inside your file, just click over here, and from here, if I just left click and if I just click on open, you guys will be able to see that this particular file will start running. Okay, so over here, as you guys can see, now it is asking you to install now, or if you do want to customize installation, okay, you guys can also do that. And make sure to add python.exe to path. Okay, and after that you can just click on install. As I already do have installed my Python, the next thing what you're going to do from here is open another tab. Okay, and now we have already know how you can actually download the Python programming language, okay, using which we are going to basically code and make sure that we create different kind of running codes over here. So for that, to run all of those code, we need an environment, okay, or we need a notepad where we can actually work. So in our language, we do call that as an IDE, okay. So that is an integrated development environment, okay. So for me, I will recommend you guys, there is VS Code you guys can use for your coding. There is PyCharm, okay. So let me just show you guys using PyCharm, okay. So if I just type PyCharm and if I just click on enter, the first website which pops up over here is the PyCharm website, okay, the Python IDE for data science and web development. So let's click over here, and as you guys can see that I do have these options, okay. So there are two options. So you guys can actually download the PyCharm community over here as well, okay. So if you just click on download here, you guys can see that you guys can download this PyCharm Professional, okay, which actually do have a 30 days free trial, okay. And if you do want to do it for anything else, let's say the different version Windows ARM 64, you guys can also do that. And if you do want to check out their pricing, you guys can also check out their pricing right over here, okay. You will get Python ID for data science and web development, which is PyCharm. This is a pro version, which is going to take you to 49 per year, okay. So that's it. And for individual use, you guys can see 99 over here, and this one was for organizations. So let's come back over here, and I'll just come back. If you do want to come down, you can come down over here. If you want to get PyCharm for your company, you guys can download it from here. So now I will just go back, and if you do want to download this community edition, you guys can come here and you guys can download it for free, this community edition which I already do have. So what I'll do is I'll just close this thing down. Let's say I do have downloaded that IDE as well, as I already have downloaded, but showed you guys from where you guys can download and why you should, okay. So I'll just close all of this, and from here now let's type PyCharm Community Edition. Okay, so you guys can see I do have my PyCharm Community Edition over here, which is free. So I'll just click here, and it will take some time to load, but I'll show you how you can write your first line of code, also how you can set it up. Okay, let's say when you're using it for the very first time, okay, this is not going to look quite like this. So let's come here, and I would want to create a new project, okay. So as you do want to create a new project, you guys can see you can first name the project, okay. So I'll just tell basic Python 1. Okay, so I'll just name this particular project as basic Python 1. And here you guys can see where is the location that I do have saved it. Okay, so if you do want to change the location of it, you guys can come here and you guys can change the location of it as well. Okay, so if you do want to go somewhere in your C drive, you guys can just go somewhere in your C drive and basically work. If you do want to change from here, okay, you guys can come here and you guys can just basically change from here. So let me just cancel this one, and here you guys can see the interpreter type is project venv, and over here the Python version. Okay, so you can have multiple Python, okay, and but for now I'm using this Python 3.12.4, okay. And once you're done, now just click on create, okay. So your IDE is actually creating a project for you where you can start writing your code, okay. So they're creating the virtual environment for me right over here, and as you guys can see I already do have all this, Okay, so let's come here, and I will just close this thing down from here. And this particular project, let's decrease the size of the library over here, and I want to open a new Python file. Okay, so let me just name this basic.py, and if I just click on enter, and if you choose cancel, you can still add it later. Do you want to add the following file to git cancel from here? And I will just delete this main.py from here. And now if you just come to this basic.py, so let's type print. Okay, so this is the code if you do want to print something. Okay, so print, then I will open parenthesis. Now I will just open the double quote, and I will just type hi. Okay, and after that I will just close this down from here. And if you do want to run this code here, you guys can see process finish with exit code 2. Okay, because I don't have to put this over here. Okay, so let's see where is the problem with my set of code. So now over here, what I can actually do is, you guys can see this is the main Python file, and what I will do right over here is I'll just click on run. Okay, and this one is basically known as the console. Okay, so over here you guys can see print is basically a function, or I'm ordering it to print me hi. So where it is going to print me, or where it is going to show me that my code is working or not. So that is why it is basically called the console. So once you click on this run button right over here, it will show you guys in the console that is your code working or not. Let's say if your code is not working, it will show error right over here. Let's say if I just miss one colon, here you guys can see it is already indicating me with a red line that I do have some problem with my code. But again, if I just click on run right over here, you guys can see now here it shows me syntax error. And the cause is unterminated string literal detected at line 1. So they're also specifying me that where my basic problem is. Otherwise, if you don't want to specify directly, just double click over here, and it will actually take your cursor right to the exact place. And if you do want ideas, okay, you guys can also get some ideas right from here as well. Let's say if you just click here, it says missing closing quote here, as you guys can see, and also it says you guys can just use any of this. Okay, any of it right over here. So if I again come here, and if I just close this one, you guys can see there are no error, and over here also it shows that there is no problem found with this line of code. But now if I just run here, you guys can see it says hi. And if I just type hi Adam, okay, and as you guys can see now, if I run this particular set of code where I have written hi Adam, now in the console it shows me hi Adam. Okay, so that is how it actually works. Okay, so now let's come here, and there are different projects. You guys can just work with all these projects one by one. Totally depends on you. But yeah, I hope this particular class was clear. So we do have learned that how you can actually install Python, how you can actually install a IDE, and also I've showed you guys that how you can start working with the first line of code. So if you do want to come here, let's go, and if you do want to go to the settings part, so here you do have the option to change the theme. Let's say if you do want to go with the light theme, or you guys want to go with the light theme with header, or if you do want to go with high contrast colors, you guys can just go on with high contrast color. Okay, so if you do want to come here, if you just want to go with dark hula, or I was good with dark, so I'll just keep it dark as well, because it is not focusing too much light on my eyes as well, and this is a good light to work on for me. Okay, so if you don't like the dark theme, you guys can go for the light as well. You're done. Once you have applied each and everything, just click on OK, and that will be done. So we have also learned how you can write your first line of code, where we have learned one function, which is a print function. Okay, so to write a code, you need to type the function. Okay, and after that, just close down your set of sentence or your set of words inside a bracket with double quote or single quote. Let's say if you're using single quote at first, make sure to close it down with a single quote. If you are using double quote over here to start, just close it down with a double quote. Like if I come here now, if I just put a single quote here, you guys can see there will be an error. And the same goes here. Like if I just use a double quote, and at start if I just use a single quote. Okay, let's come here, let's go with a single quote. You guys can see here also it shows me that I do have an error. Okay, so let's close it down, let's double quote this, and I'll just save it up. Control S to save up the file, and if you don't want to run it, you guys can run it as well. So yeah, I hope to see you all in the next chapter, where we're gonna learn how you can actually create a shape. So I'm gonna show you guys that. So see you all till then, take care and goodbye everyone.